Kamala unveils new policy, ban all so-called assault weapons. And now, um, they want to ban these weapons because they look scary. The thing is, you can make a regular handgun. You can customize it and make it look like a so-called assault weapon, which all weapons can be considered an assault weapon if you assault someone with it. They all know they play these word games. They don't like it. They're using this as an excuse to get rid of all guns. They don't want you to be able to defend yourself. They don't. People don't understand, and that's the only thing that's protecting us from a tyrannical government is our Second Amendment, and they want to take that away from us so that they can bring in price controls and bring in the socialism. We all know from history that is the first thing they do before they bring in their Marxist socialist plans is they stop people from being able to defend themselves, and that's what this is really all about. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe, so you know, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. I just put a new video out there today. Also, follow me on X and other platforms as well. All right, so let's talk about this news now. This comes from Infowars. Is Jamie White. And they report that Kamala Harris unveiled a new policy proposal on Monday, infringing on your Second Amendment rights by, quote, banning assault weapons. Now, the thing is, most Americans, because we are Americans, support people having weapons. Any weapons are what we choose. So-called, and anyone that know anything about guns know that they have much dangerous guns other than like AR, so-called assault weapons like AR-15s. That's more powerful than like AR-15s, but they just want to ban it because it looks scary and is a way, again, is a slippery slope. Once they start banning that, what'll stop them from banning other weapons? That's what this is all about. It's about power, it's about control, it's about getting rid of your rights to defend yourself. Because we know criminals are not going to give up their guns. Law-abiding citizens be the ones that would give up our guns. So we won't be able to defend ourselves against anything, let alone government. But Harris revealed the proposal with the 3-word banner on X, ban assault weapons. She said, quote, Congress must renew the assault weapons ban, she wrote. Now, we know that the assault weapons ban didn't stop anything. We know from studies from back when it was banned under Bill Clinton that it didn't work. It didn't stop anything. In fact, what happened was it stopped law-abiding citizens, like I said earlier, from defending themselves. But y'all see the what she posted on X here. A characteristic of the Harris campaign, her push to infringe on the Second Amendment rights of American citizens, is scant on details. Rep. Thomas Massie, Republican from Kentucky, eviscerated Harris's unconstitutional proposal, noting it was most likely not even her original idea, but one she was ordered to put out by her handlers. Quote, this is all she can say out loud for now. What you need to understand is her handlers, who pulled the coup on Biden, want to ban civilian ownership of all guns. I agree. Disarming the general public is necessary to their goal of suppressing all other individual liberties, Massey wrote on X. Again, we know this because of history. And this is why they want to. This is why the leftists made our education system so terrible. Is so kids aren't educated on history. They aren't educated on things like this. They don't know that communism and socialism is bad. They don't know that giving up your weapons is giving up your. You take the Second Amendment, they can take all the rest of your other rights. They can take your freedom of speech, what they're slowly trying to do right now with censorship. Then they can take away your other rights. We see this time and time again. I mean, look at the policies that she is actually willing to tell us about, that she's actually willing to propose. Look how terrible they are. Look how they get rid of people's freedoms. They get rid of they want to get rid of the free market. They want to get rid of your self-defense. All of these things. They want to censor you. Democrat Party is the party of Marxism. You can't deny that. Notably, just a day after the DNC switched out Joe Biden for Harris as its nominee on August 6th, the White House account put on an X post calling for an assault on assault weapons ban, saying it's time. So here you go, the White House here, ban assault weapons. Harris in 2019 during the gun control forum in Las Vegas said she supported the mandatory buyback of assault weapons. And you know they're not going to give you what your money is worth. You spend thousands of dollars on like a you pay $1,500 on like a or 3,000 on a AR-15. You think the government is going to give you that money back for it? Yeah, right. They're going to give you pennies on a dollar. But quote, we have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory gun buyback program, Harris said. It's got to be smart. We got to do it right away. But there are 5 million so-called assault weapons, at least. Some estimate as many as 10 million, and we're going to have smart public policy that's about taking those off the streets, but doing it the right way. So let's go. Let's go with the low number. Let's say there are 5 million so-called assault weapons. People aren't going out committing all these mass murders with the 5 million weapons. There's only a small percentage of people that will commit these crimes, and they are criminals by design. If they don't have a so-called assault weapon, they will find something else to commit these crimes with. So you can't take away our amendment because of a small percentage of people that choose, a small percentage of criminals that choose to break the law. You're going to take away the rights from law-abiding citizens. That makes absolutely no sense. But banning so-called assault weapons has been a long sought after goal for the Democrat Party for years. And it has been. It goes back to when they try to stop the freemen. They try to stop freed slaves from having a Second Amendment right to defend themselves. That's where the first gun control laws came in, because they didn't want black people to have guns. And I believe that gun bans or taken is racist. I believe it's racist to its core. Again, because some of the first gun control laws were put on black folk. Biden and former President Barack Obama both unsuccessfully tried to enact the unpopular policy during their terms. In addition to this gun grab initiative, Camilla's policy proposals, which have not been clearly articulated by her or her campaign and are not available on her website, include price controls of food. You know, I talked about that to ad nauseum. Subsidies for first-time home buyers, amnesty for millions of illegal aliens, elimination of private health insurance, a 44.6% capital gains tax, the highest in history, and a 28% corporate tax. And these policies are terrible. They will make they'll make the economy even worse than what it already is. In other words, her campaign is a communist bucket list, a fact not lost on her opponent, former President Donald Trump, because he posted this on X, of course. And that's exactly what it is. They are letting the cat out the bag. They're pushing more and more communist ideals. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.